Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Taking Trades. I have one question for you today. Would you be interested in a small account options challenge? Because that's what I'm diving into in this one, and I want to show you all the details. I'm really excited about this challenge. What I did was I opened up a Tasty Trade account and I funded it with $3,000, and I'm designing the small account challenge so that you can follow along. I'm going to show you my opening balance, and then every move I make in this account, I'm going to show you. I'm going to discuss the trades I'm taking. I'm going to talk about the logic and why I'm taking the options trades. Now, I got to stay small because it's a small account, but so many people have small accounts. I thought this could be a really useful thing for the channel to have an options segment where people with small accounts can see how you can still be trading options and making good money. So if that describes your interests, then this video is for you. Let's dive in. So you might be saying to yourself, Jimmy, what is Tasty Trade? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to show you the new Tasty Trade platform that was built by the two guys who built Thinkorswim. They sold Thinkorswim to TD Ameritrade, they moved on, and now they're providing amazing options content for free at tastytrade.com. I'll link that below. But they also built a new platform called TastyWorks, and it's set up beautifully for options trading. It has all the strategies incorporated within it. I'm going to show it to you, give you a little preview today so you can kind of get a feel for it. And then we're going to dive into actually a position that I put on today in the account. So I'm going to show you my opening balance. I'm going to show you the trade that I'm taking, and I'm going to show you the credit that I received today. And we'll talk all about specifics as far as strikes and expirations on this trade, and I'll reveal the ticker to you, and you can take a look at it for yourself. So why don't we take a peek at the TastyWorks platform?
Hey, gather around. We got the TastyWorks platform up, and I'm taking a look at actually CGC, which is Canopy Growth Corp. But I want to give you a quick rundown just to look at the platform itself. So if you look to the far left here, we have some watch lists, and they have some preset stuff in here, which is kind of interesting. And when you're trading options, it's really nice to find liquid products. So you can come down and look at liquid symbols or even liquid ETFs. You can look through all the ETFs. And I just had this set up over here. You can customize it and add anything you want. You can add the price, the volume, the dividend yields, the liquidity ratings. You can add anything you want. And that will kind of package it all up for you here on the side. And then that way you can kind of keep an eye on your underlyings and what's important to you. So I have IV rank, earnings, and then liquidity. And they rate the liquidity on products based on a series of 4 stars. So you could look through here and you could pick something out and say, oh, I think VXX with a 79.8% IV rank looks really good. Let's take a look at it. So that's kind of this sidebar. And then recent symbols, you can also, it tracks like the last 5 recent symbols that you've typed in. So that's the left side. It shows the ticker right up here. So if you want to change the ticker, say you want to look at the SPY real quick, you're just going to type it up here. It'll bring up the data for all of that. And then the interesting thing here is that it's got the IV rank very clear and right in front of you. Now, the IV rank is the volatility measurement against itself. So let's say the SPY's implied volatility is 20%. Well, if 20% is 80% of where the SPY has been in the last year, then it's going to show an 80% IV rank. IV rank is just where the stock has been over the past year, what percentage of its high and its low. So if we look at something like, let's look at CGC, because it has an IV rank of 78.6, which is really high, really great for trading. It means the premiums are going to be rich, and I'm going to get to that here in a minute as well. But you can see over here we've got our charts. I love how anywhere my cursor goes, you can see data off to the upper right hand column. Got the date, the open, the high, the low, the volume. It kind of talks about, gives you all kinds of great information. You can go in here and you can add any indicators you want. If you click this, you can pick through all these different indicators, whatever you like on your charts, you can throw them all in there. I just have the 200 simple moving average. That's all I put on my charts. And then you can see, of course, the volume bars at the bottom. And if you highlight over any area, you can see on the upper right-hand box, you can see the volume as well there. So from there, you can move into the charts. I like to go with the daily chart, but you can go with a monthly, weekly, daily, 12-hour, 8-hour, all the way down to the 1-minute chart. And then as far as a time span, you can pick anywhere from today or 1 day all the way up to 20 years. So whatever you want to go with there as far as historical data. And then they allow you to quickly change things up. If you like to look at your stocks like that, great. You can put line graphs that are colored according to up and down. You can go with your candles, which most people like, or these little ticks. People like these guys as well, and they're kind of interesting, but my preference is the candles, so I'm going to switch that back. And then as far as zooming, you can use, I'm using a MacBook, so I can do a little 2-finger swipe to zoom in and out, but you can also use this bar here, and it'll kind of zoom in like this, and then if I 2-finger swipe, I can kind of coast backward. If you 2-finger swipe up or down, that zooms, and if you go left and right, that kind of moves the chart to the left or right. So you can choose to use this guy for zoom, or you can 2-finger swipe to do the zoom. But very helpful. And then if you click, you can also drag the chart around. So I can click and drag it as well. But very, very awesome to use. Very, very smooth. Everything loads really quickly. It's really, really nice. And the first thing I want to show you here is under this accounts tab. If I click that, you can see my current account. So I started with $3,000, and you'll see that in the video. I filmed my position that I put on live, so I'm going to jump into that in a minute and show you. But right now you can see what my options buying power is, what my stock buying power is, how many trades I took today, how many deltas I have. It kind of goes through all that stuff, so you can see that right at the top. And then as far as trading, if you click this tab on the side, this brings us to our options chain. Now, we talked about this a while back in a few different videos, but in here is where you pick your expiration date. So expiration dates are over here. You can open those up, and then you'll have all your premium pricing. And then up here, this is probably the thing I love the most about TastyWorks, is that I can come right here under strategy. I can open this up, and I have all different strategies right out in front of me, and with one click I can change whether I'm long or short, and I can make it whether put or call. I can change anything up I want. So up here, the vertical is the same as a put spread, and that's actually the strategy I chose today. But if I wanted to be a long put spread, I just click that. Or if I want to change it to a call, I just do that. So it's very simple to do, and it just takes a quick second, and you can flip it around, and then when you have it lined up and you're ready to go, you have your expiration date open, you click go, and it throws it up on there for you. And then what you can do is you can move it around. You can put it exactly, exactly where you want it. So it makes it very easy to work with, and I'm actually going to show you a trade that I took today. The first trade I put on, and I'm going to go through the credit, and we're going to talk all about that. So real quick, let's jump into that video, and let's show you exactly what I did today. Trade number 1 of the small account challenge in the TastyWorks platform.
Okay, real quick, one thing we got to talk about. If you like the look of the TastyWorks platform and you're curious and you're thinking you might want to sign up for an account and you want to fund it, I have a deal going in the description. There's a link. If you open an account and fund it with $2,000, it gives me a referral credit, and I have something exciting to talk about. If those referral credits grow, I'm going to talk to you guys about something, and I have some exciting news that we could maybe get into together. But if you're interested in the TastyWorks platform, use the link in the description, travel to the site there, set up your account, fund it with $2,000, and support taking trades. All right, let's dive into the trade.
Okay, I've got the TastyWorks platform up here, and I've got CGC, which is Canopy Growth Corp, and I've got this on the daily time frame. Showing, I've just got it at 10 years worth of data, but this is the TastyWorks platform. This is what I've been talking about, and I want to show you guys everything. So the first thing I'm going to do is pop open this account. You can see I've got a funded account, just an individual account with $3,000, and I have $3,000 worth of options buying power and $6,000 worth of stock buying power. So I'm going to go ahead and put on a trade here. This is a stock I've been watching for a while, and one of the reasons that I'm really liking it is because of this IV rank. TastyWorks does an amazing job of keeping you very aware of the IV rank, and 78% is very high. Anything above 50 is amazing, and so this is putting this one in play. What this means is if the IV rank is really high, that means premium is going to be really good. Now this is only a $20 stock, so if I come in here and I look at the trade tab, this is going to show us our options chain, and we can look through here and pick out an expiration date. We can decide where we want to put our options. I'm considering selling a put spread right now. It's also known as a vertical. So if you come up here, you can look in here and you can see all the different options contract approaches or strategies, and all the way down to just buying long stock or shorting stock. I'm going to choose short put on a vertical and click go. And what that's going to do, and let's see, I want to make my expiration, let's cancel that. I want to make my expiration 45 days out, so January 24th. And then I've got the short put vertical. I'm going to click go. And that's just going to throw it up onto the put side. Here's the put side, and here's the call side. So I want to sell this put spread. And what this means is I want to say that I don't think CGC is going to go below a certain amount, but if it does, then once it goes below another amount, I've sort of got a protection to the downside, and I'll explain that in a second. What I'm going to do is take this sell bar, and I'm going to move it to $18. And I'm going to take this green buy bar, and I'm going to move it to $16. So what this means is, since the price is currently trading at around $20, if it stays above 18, then the contract just expires worthless and I move on, I keep my credit, and that's it. If it goes below 18, I could get assigned. I could get assigned stock if it expires while I'm below $18. Now, let's say there's a big old catastrophe and it just keeps dropping and it goes to $13. That's where this guy comes into play. I'm selling a put here, but when you buy a put, that means you make money if anything goes below 16. So from $16 all the way to zero, I'll make money. So it's a way of preventing downside on this position. So say I get assigned stock because it drops to $14. Well, I get the assignment, but I'm assigned at $18, and you might think, oh man, 18 all the way down to 14, that's $4 of loss per share. Well, actually it's not. It's only $2. It's from here to here. That's my wing on this. Anything below this, this basically offsets the loss. So from 16 down to 14, I lost money because I own the stock and it went lower. But from 16 to 14 on this put that I purchased, I actually made money. I make money as this goes lower. So when you combine these two, a lot of times you can get a nice credit, which I'm looking at about 63 cents right here. So I'll collect $63 for one contract. And if it goes below 18, I could get assigned. If it goes below 16, I make money on this leg, but lose money on the fact that I own the stock. So it's a way of sort of limiting your downside. It's a risk-defined trade. So if I put that on, and I'm just going to bump this to 65 just to see if I can put out a little fishing, see if I can get something higher. But over here you can see it's one contract. January 24th is the expiration. I've got an 18 put that I'm selling and a 16 put that I'm buying. So this is a put spread, and it tells you buying power effect is $135. The max I can lose on this is $135, and my max profit is $65. And my probability of profit is 64%. So I'm going to go ahead and click review and send, and we're going to take a look at this. So we've got one CGC selling a put vertical. We're selling the 18, we're buying the 16. It looks like we have a buying power effect of 137.29 with a net credit of 65. So I'm going to go ahead and send this order, and we're going to see if we get filled. Now I did put it at 65, so you can see right here these W's, that's showing that they're working. So my 18 and my 16, those orders are currently working. I'm going to drop it down to 63, and I'm going to send that out. All right, so we're currently working. It's not wanting to give it to me. All right, we got filled. So we're in. So now if we come to our activity, we can see we were filled. We picked up a 62-cent credit, and we've got a January 24th expiration. And now if we come out and we look at the trade tab, you can see right there that we've got our positions on at the 19 delta and the 30 delta. So that's how you place a put spread. That's how you sell a put spread or a put vertical on CGC, which is Canopy, and that is at a 78.8% IV rank, and we collected the $62. So we'll see what happens here. We're going to track things day by day and just take a look at things, and I will walk you through as I make any changes. I'm going to record them and put them on the YouTube channel. So stay tuned.
All right, that was trade number 1 in the small account challenge, trading options in TastyWorks. If you have any questions, drop them below. Like I said, I'm going to update you on every trade I make in this account. I'm going to show you step by step, trade by trade, and all my logic. We're going to kind of dive into things, and I'm going to answer questions in the comments. But if you want to join along, if you want to open an account, use the link in the description, sign up for an account, fund it with $2,000. You'll get a referral credit for taking trades, and you'll help support the channel. So with that, we'll see you tomorrow.